One of the important key aspects of a healthy parent-teenager relationship is definitely communication. Communication will serve as a bridge between two distinct worlds, the adult parent world and the teenager world. Now, many parents already know that communication is extremely important, but here's what I hear through my work as a therapist. Many parents tell me, I know I should talk to my teen, I know communication is important, but I just don't know how to do it. So first, before I even start talking about the types of communication, it's really important for you as a parent to identify what are the best times you can communicate with your teenager. If you're going to want to talk about more in-depth topics with your teen, it's going to be really important for you to find yourself in the right place. And what I mean by right place is it's going to be for you, up to you, parents, to find or create the right situations to be with your teen and to share with your teen. In other words, I suggest for you to spend time with your teen and do specific activities with them, leading to space for more in-depth conversation. This can be driving together, it can be doing chores together, it can be doing fun activities together, or it could also just be walking together. From my experience as a therapist, I've noticed that many parents and teenager conversations have happened in the car while driving. So if you know you want to have important in-depth conversation with your teenager and you don't know how to create that space, go drive with your teen. That will be a great start. Now there's 3 different types of communications that parents have towards their teens or towards their children in general. Number 1 type of communication is the communication through words. That's the most obvious one. It's what a parent says through their words to their child. As a parent, what are the words that you use when you're happy, excited, and proud? And what are the words that you use when you're being disappointed, angry, or sad? Some parents are way more at ease at expressing sad, disappointed, angry emotions, and they're having more difficulties when it comes to expressing positive emotions. Some parents are the opposite. They are more comfortable expressing negative emotions such as anger, disappointment, and sadness, but they're not great at expressing emotions or feelings through their words when they're feeling excited, positive emotions. Which one are you? The second type of communication is the communication through body language or through the vibe, as I refer to. So this type of communication is going to be any kind of body language, facial expressions, or body language that you express to your child on a day-to-day basis. It's important for you to know that the body language and the vibe is a form of expression of communication that is often way more impactful than the words. When you communicate to your teen or your child, did you ever observe what type of body language or vibe you had? What is your facial expressions like? What is your body language like? How are your arms? How are your legs? The objective here is not to be fake or perfect. The objective is just to observe yourself. Do you have eye contact? How do you breathe? What is your tone like? Do you seem agitated? Do you seem calm? It's just interesting to notice that part. Working as a mental health therapist with teenagers, very often I get that type of feedback from teenagers in session. Very often they let me know, yeah, my parents said this to me, but they seemed really aggravated or really annoyed. And when I said, but what do you mean by they seemed really annoyed? They automatically very often refer to their body language. So pay attention to that as a parent. Be aware that your body language will have a huge impact on how your teen will talk to you or if your teen will talk to you. The third type of communication is, I think, the one that most parents never realized existed. So this communication is the communication through example. And with that type of communication is what actions and what words the parent will use and choose for their own lives to their own selves. So this will refer to how you as a parent talk to yourself, how you treat yourself, what decisions you're making for your own self in your own life. So it's not as a parent, but it's as an individual, how you're treating yourself in a day-to-day basis in front of your children. Many parents, when I mention that third communication style, say to me, oh God, no, does that mean I have to be perfect? in front of my child, to my own self, or to my community on a day-to-day basis? The answer to that is absolutely not, thank God. If not, it would be very, very difficult. The objective with that third communication style is for you to show through example to your child or to your teen how you can act on a day-to-day basis. So through the communication with example, you're going to show your teen when you make mistakes on treating others or yourself, how you deal with that mistake. What are the steps that you're taking to fix that mistake? Many teenagers observe on a constant, regular basis how their parents talk to themselves or talk to others in their community. So be aware that this communication style, the third one, is extremely impactful. The same way, while your teen will observe you, they will also kind of carry your own values. So what is important to you, very often it will show through your communication to yourself and others, and very often the teen will kind of copy your way of treating yourself and others. So hopefully with those three communication styles, you can see how you can communicate with your teenagers. If you're not comfortable communicating through words, it's okay. You have the other types of communications that you can apply in your own life. I want to mention again once more how important it is for you to not feel frozen or stuck when you're like, okay, but anything I'm going to do can be a mistake and I can show the wrong example to my teenager. No, that's okay. You will make mistakes sometimes, and that's actually when your teen is going to learn the most from you, on seeing and observing how you react and how you deal with your own mistakes. So make many mistakes. If you want to have more tips and more information on how to parent your teens, like I mentioned in this video, you're welcome to get my book. It's called The Lighthouse, A Guide to Parenting Teens. I have a ton of other tips in that book, and you're welcome also to look at my website, which is my first and my last name.com.